Hey gang, if you have weak shoulders, you want a stronger upper body, or you just want to look better naked, the bench press is going to have a lot of those answers for you. It's already a staple in most training programs because it's easy to do, and it hits a lot of the muscles that you're going to notice first because you can see them in the mirror, right? There are a lot of ways to really mess up a bench though, and we're going to talk about those so that you're not one of those people mucking it up. So here's the first thing you're going to learn. You've got to learn that there's 5 points of contact on a bench. You'll notice that I have 25-pound plates over here because on a good day, I'm rocking 5'5", which means that my feet are probably not going to get all the way down to the ground, so I have something to help me get some elevation there. Now you want to make sure you have 5 points of contact because just because you're laying on a bench doesn't mean you don't want to think about your abs and keeping tension throughout the rest of your body, because it will make a huge difference in how you are able to bench press. So 5 points of contact: grab the feet grab the ground with your feet, squeeze your glutes, your back, and your head. Right? So it's 5 points of contact: feet, butt, back, and head. 2 feet, so you have 5 points of contact there. So that's what you want to do, and you want to make sure that you're grabbing that floor or your plates if you're on plates, so that whenever I get to a sticking point, I can drive my heels through the floor so that I can get that bar all the way up to the top and just generate more force throughout the entire body. Now you'll notice my lower back is not touching this bench. You could drive a Mack truck under here, and that's because I have quite a bit of lordosis right here in my lower back. I got quite a bit of sway back. But I have my abs tight and I have my glutes tight. Your back may be right up on this bench, and it may be just as high as mine. Neither is wrong as long as your abs are tight and your glutes are tight. A lot of people, let me get back here on the bench, will do their bench press like this because they can't reach the floor, and this is a bad idea because if you happen to grab that bar incorrectly or the plates start going off because you're a dodo bird and you didn't put clips on, then you're going to go with the plates wherever they end up going. Okay? There's no way to recover from this with your feet up here. Another thing that you'll commonly see people doing is this right here, with their feet up like that. And the thought process is that it's going to train shoulder stability and your core. And while that is technically true, there are much better ways to do that. And if you want to learn how to do that, then you should leave a comment in the comment section and we'll make that video for you. But it's beyond the scope of this particular one, okay? The next thing is you want to get a full range of motion with that bar. You want to hit bottom of your chest, and you want to go all the way up to the top. A lot of people will get on there to do some ego lifting, and they'll put on a ton of weight, and they'll do one of these numbers. That is not a bench press, and it's not going to behoove you. Make sure you got 5 points of contact, pull those shoulder blades back and down, hit right there below your chest, and then all the way back up to the top. Now while we're talking about hitting below the chest and getting a full range of motion, you want to make sure that no matter what grip you have, whether you are really narrow, you can go down here, whether you're medium or whether you're really wide, your elbows should always be below your shoulders. If I start coming up here like this, one problem is that if I drop that, it's going to land right on my moneymaker. And if you see that my shoulders are in line with my elbows, this is an unnatural movement for your shoulders. And we don't want that because that's going to help add wear and tear to the shoulder that we really don't need to have. So instead of having your elbows out here like this, get everything down. Whether you're narrow, medium, or wide, doesn't matter. They're all going to hit your chest. Just make sure that the shoulder blades are backing down and you have the elbows below the shoulders. And that's going to help keep you extremely safe. Just make sure you get a full range of motion. You got 5 points of contact. No matter what grip you have, the elbows are below your shoulders, and inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. Sounds like a funny thing to have to mention, but a lot of people forget.